So they put the shot clock back up.
See the Laker defense challenging.
Julius Randle knocks down a three-pointer. He really struggled the other night from three, just 1 for 8. Knicks, as we mentioned, are 11-4 in their last 15 home games. Terrific mark as Julius Randle starts 2 for 2. Clyde, you've talked about it every year we broadcast together. Getting that home court advantage. The Knicks have not had it in recent years as Morris knocks down the three, but they're starting to get it this year.
Yeah, it's so much of a invigorator when you have the home crowd behind you. Obviously, that's illuminated in the playoffs.
And of course, as Payton makes another good drive to the basket, Barrett pushing. Little burst of speed. Nice defensive play from Kuzma. Second time he's gotten Barrett. Morris was basket hanging. Oh, almost blocked by Noel. Drummond quick out at the shooter. Schroeder's been their leading scorer and assist man while LeBron James has been out.
We draw charges and we set picks. We are New York.
Kuzma nails the three.
Randle has 5 points.
Randle baseline. Shot is good. Again, he struggled shooting the ball last night, but he's 3 for 3 to start the season. 4 years he played with the Lakers. They drafted him, 7th overall pick. Noel, rebound, quick outlet. Knicks looking to push. Payton goes right at Kuzma, and this time gets the best of him, lays it up and in.
Yeah, we saw it in Detroit. He was working with the players similar. Harden is open. Tucker.
Jalen Horton Tucker knocks down the three. Clyde, I was saying this on the...
Trying to shake up Barrett, and he does.
Draws the foul. Shots good. Circus shot for Schroeder. Drives and count it and one. Takes another tumble. That might be hurting him. You can tell it's bothering him.
Schroeder rejuvenated now, Mike.
And knocks it down. He had 19 points in that first quarter Saturday before the ejection. Had a hot start like this. Oh, Burks to Rose. Rose using the left hand.
Broke the ankle.
Okay, I can hear you.
How about this?
I can hear you, so
We can hear you.
it says CK. Now they can hear.
Only hear me. I don't know if they can be able to hear you guys right now.
They said Alex and Ash are good.
Okay. Can you hear CK?
Give me a thumbs up if you guys can hear me. They just can't hear you, CK. You're muted. We hear Ash and Alex, but
All
not.
right. All right. While CK is over here trying to fix his audio and trying to see whatever technical difficulty he's got, because rookie mistake number 101 over here.
They said you're good now. They can hear you, CK. Don't touch it.
Okay. There we go. There we go. There we go. I'll still give you what I saw. All right. So this game, CK, I don't know if anyone heard you, but you said it in the beginning. This game looked like it was going to be one of those cardiac Knicks. We're going to lose to a second unit of the Los Angeles Lakers led by Montrezl Harrell, Andre Drummond, and Dennis Schroeder. But, it started coming around in the third quarter where we had Julius Randle started getting to his bag. Reggie Bullock started shooting the three ball.
Right.
Elfrid Payton decided to say, hey, haters, I want to show you that I can do something. and he gave us 20 points tonight. But the Knicks started to close out. The defense was just becoming insufferable for the Los Angeles Lakers in the second half, and just was able to put the clamps on them, really secure the victory, and we just kind of coasted to a certain point. It started to get close. They brought it back within 8 points, but the Knicks were just able to lock it back down, secure the victory. Thankfully, we didn't have a third quarter of doom or any cardiac Knicks today.
Yeah.
It was great.
Can't hear you, CK.
Yeah, I muted myself. I see it now. That was my fault. They should be able to hear me now. Yeah, I fixed it.
All right.
I don't want to know Alex. He was killing that right there.
No, it's all good. It's all good, man. But otherwise, it was a good game for the New York Knickerbockers. We won one. It was great overall. Ash, what do you think?
Ashley Moss.
First of all, I'm going to acknowledge King Julius Randle, 34 points, out of control. I don't know if it's the braids. Listen, I was not a fan of the Travis Scott meets quickly hang braids. But I may be wrong because I've been a fan of Cornwall Randle. That was what I wanted.
You were. Yeah.
But look, it might be working because he went off tonight. Somebody else went off tonight as well, but I will not name him because
Come on, Ashley, you gotta give him his love.
Okay, Elfrid Payton had a great game, but here's the thing with him. I tweeted this out. I feel like it's when an ex knows you're about to move on, and to keep you in reach, they hit you with the, "Hey, big head, how have you been? Hanging out? Good. I miss you." That's what Peyton did tonight because he heard the conversations that we were fed up. Even the Peyton hive was ready to give up on him. And here he comes like a brand new Peyton. I expect to see the old him back next game. But overall, listen, it was a little bit rocky. And I'm just glad that week in the first half, at least, was a little bit rocky. We got it together in the second half. It was too close for comfort in the first half.
You're also a very dominant defensive team. Could be a low-scoring affair tonight.
Well, the Knicks defense was the key in the fourth quarter. Markieff Morris, nice feed to Kuzma.
The Knicks are so vulnerable to inbounds passes like that.
It's a good experienced officiating crew. There's a lot of young officials in the league, but it's rare we have.
What is it? What do you want to say, CK?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, what was it? Like Andre Drummond, he went off against the Brooklyn Nets, and he faced a real defense tonight. Only had 4 points. 3 points, 4 turnovers, and what was the last one? 4 fouls. 4. So he had 4. Less points than fouls and than turnovers. So he faced a real defense tonight. So to Ash's point, New York Knicks, New York Grits, baby.
New York Grits. All right, so real quick, we gonna knock these damn technical difficulties out the way. I know you can hear me now. You couldn't hear us for like 5 seconds. I fixed that.
Oh, they said they couldn't hear me before.
Yeah, but they can hear you now. I can see the audio levels. It was like 5 seconds. I apologize, y'all. So we go. Okay, class. Look, it's Monday. It's they gave me the wheel for the first time, so you know I'm swerving a little bit, but we gonna get this thing on set. So let me show you guys Alex real quick. So there, Bob.
I don't know the playbook, y'all.
Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
He's fresh off the Westchester Knicks.
Kadeem Allen style.
Technical difficulties, but I swear we'll be better. All right, everything should be good. So no audio problems, but we back on track. Everything should be good now. So we got this smooth. You can see everybody. Everybody's good. So back on track.
Let's do a sound check. Everyone say something.
I know. Hear us. Okay, I promise they can hear us.
All right.
But we should be good. So let me bring this thing back. Okay, haha. CK, look, give me my plus minus probably like a negative 26. I'm like 0 for 10 like Elfrid Payton. So like I said, I'm Elfrid Payton for today. But everything should be good. We're back on track now. But yeah, to what you guys were saying with this game, primarily I want to try to bring it back a little bit. It was one of those things where, like I said in the beginning, but it couldn't be heard. It was one of those games where it just felt like the Knicks we knew that they were missing their best players, and we kind of were playing to that level a little bit. Like it was a little sloppy in the beginning. Both teams were playing defense. We had a nice little lead, but at the same time we were a little lacking on the defensive end. But then we were able to bring it back together. The half, and I wasn't a big fan of how the half ended. We played better in the second quarter, but I wasn't a big fan of how the half ended. But like Alex said, man, that third quarter is something that we saw a lot more this year compared to Knicks games in the past. We saw a third quarter where it was well put together. We had the starting unit play really well, and then we were able to mesh the bench in right with those guys. It's what we've been asking for. There'd be instances where the starters just don't look good in the third, and we want the bench to come in sooner, but they mesh in really well to the point where Thibodeau was able to bring one at a time. Like, okay, we'll take out RJ for Derrick Rose and so on and so forth, to the point where we had the full bench for the fourth. So I thought this was a good game. It was just funny how the referees just they put on their Lakers jerseys in that second half for whatever reason, started giving us some reckless calls. But all in all, I'm happy with this win. Being in LA, I'm hearing all the Laker fans talking about, yeah, y'all lucky because we didn't have AD and this. I don't care who you didn't have. We were 500. We need to be back over 500. So I'm glad we took this win and we did what we had to do. So.
And also, like, you're lucky they didn't have AD. And, I mean, the Nets lost and they didn't have AD and LeBron. So
right.
The other team across the bridge, because I know my mic went out the last 14 seconds of what I said, but what I said was, and I'll repeat, was I hope that the other team across the bridge was taking notes, because that's how the real team in New York goes ahead and beats the Los Angeles Lakers without LeBron James and Anthony Davis. So, and I know people want to say, well, Kuzma was out there. Kuzma's a non-factor. Let's get that out of the way.
Yeah.
Okay. You had two superstars that were missing from the court when you played them, and you had your superstar in Kevin Durant. You had half the time with Kyrie Irving, and you still couldn't pull out a win. But you know why the Knicks did? Because one, we play defense, and two, we're the real kings in New York. So respect us. That's all I got.
Tell them. That's what I'm saying. You had your nice little game against Brooklyn, and they came in here thinking that it was gonna be simple. Nah, it wasn't. It ain't that way. It ain't that way. We talking our talk. But yeah, I know I actually tried to skim past it, but we gotta talk about this box score real quick. We gotta talk about it. I mean, we give him such a hard time. I mean, most of the time it is warranted, but Elfrid Payton, he did the thing tonight, man. And although I'm one that especially, looking at a lot of his highlights from last year, and my biggest thing with him, I just wish he would go back to being a ball, a facilitator. That's all I'm asking for. I'm not asking for too much. Elfrid Payton is a solid facilitator. That's probably one of the big positives that he's had in his entire career. 7 assists last year. This year, not so much. But outside of that, seeing him go out there and drop how many points, Ashley Moss? I just want you to say out loud how many points Elfrid Payton had.
Was it 20?
Yeah, 20 points. And Alpha, what was that? What was that? Those splits looking like? Alex, what was it? What was his field goal looking like?
9 for 12.
Yeah, we just got to do this together. Like we all got to rip this Band-Aid off. In no way, shape, or form am I here, as the Elfrid Payton apologist. But at the same time, we all just, we got to just kumbaya and just, we got to give Elfrid Payton his little star, golden star. You did it. Good job, bro. Congratulations. But
you did it tonight. Here's the thing. It's the same kind of critique that I had with Frank when we were having this conversation earlier in the season.
Right.
No one's discrediting that Payton can do it. That's not the issue. He doesn't do it consistently enough for it to be something to brag about. Because what I'm getting from him tonight, or what I got from him tonight, I'm not going to get from him again on, what is it, Tuesday, the next game?
Wednesday.
Next game this week, Wednesday. I'm not going to get that from him on Wednesday. So, and if I do, I'm not going to get it from him the following game. It's just very inconsistent. Like I said, that's why I compare him to the ex who knows you're about to move on, and he texts you just to make sure you're still in arm's reach, because it's almost like he has like these spidey senses that the franchise, or the fans of the franchise rather, are like fed up with him. And he's like, oh, well, gotta go out there and do something. It's just not part of his pedigree. It's not consistent enough for me to brag about it. That's all. I mean, shout out to him. Appreciate it. We got the dub, so great game, but I need to see it more to brag about it.
I think that's fair. Alex, you gonna give him any love? How you feeling about Elfrid Payton?
I mean, for Payton, like, he played a solid game tonight. I mean, more often than not, to Ashley's point, he's not on, right? I'll give him this, though. For 2 games in a row, he shot well for 2 games in a row. Yesterday, went 5 for 7. had his, what was it? I think 11 points yesterday. Now he had 20 points on 9 for 12. So he was through 2 games, he shot the ball pretty well just by doing what he does best, which is attacking the lane and finishing around the rim when he gets it going. But for the most part, how can you I get where everyone's coming from with the sentiment. They want Thibodeau to start Emmanuel quickly or Derrick Rose. And the issue is that we have very few point guards. Tibbs doesn't trust Quickly enough to put him in the starting rotation.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to see Quickly get more minutes. I'd like to see Derrick Rose starting as well. But as of right now, he's going to use Peyton because we see Derrick Rose has his 25 to 27 minute cap, so he has to go somewhere else to figure it out. We've seen Alec Burks in there, but in a game like this, I guess you could have gotten Alec Burks to close it off, right? Yeah. Peyton just had it going, so Tibbs was like, hey, he's got it going, got to go finish with him. But we've seen him finish with Burks too, and I guess the concern with Burks is, his tendency to turn over the ball when it gets into crunch time, right? But at the same time, Peyton did the same thing against Minnesota, so it's hard with the point guard position right now. Tibbs is going to use whatever he has at this point, and it's so tough, man. I mean, we get on it all the time. It's just kind of a broken record at this point, but I get it.
And to that point, yes, and I want people to know I'm giving Peyton his credit. He had a great game tonight. It's just it's weird to me because it's like when we talk about IQ, one of the criticisms from Tibbs, or when they asked him, earlier on in the season why he wasn't starting him, it was because of the lack of consistency, that he wanted to see more from him. But Peyton has the same lack of consistency, but he's held to a different standard by Tibbs, and that's the frustrating part of it. Right. Because if you look at it, they're both up and down, just in different ways. And if what's good for the goose has to be good for the gander, you know what I mean? So that's what's frustrating to me. It's because it's like Peyton gets a different set of rules for performing the same way in terms of inconsistencies and this topsy-turvy roller coaster performances that we get from him. And it's just not fair. And that's not taking away from what he did tonight. Like I said, you helped to secure a win for your team. That's what you're on the court for. That's what you get paid for. But to go as far and saying keep Peyton had this, it's not enough for me to get on that train because it's so inconsistent. And if he's going to be held to a different standard, or rather if his teammates are held to a different standard for their inconsistencies, Peyton has to be held to the same standard. That just is what it is.
Yeah, no, I 100% playing devil's advocate here because I completely agree. I'm proud of it. It was a good night tonight. Like I said, the biggest thing for me is the fact that he took 12 shots and he actually had more points than shots. So I'm proud of that. But yeah, to both of you guys' point, the big thing here is it's like you can have those kind of stats tonight. Cool. But how's it going to look on Wednesday, like Ashley said? That's my thing. It's got to be consistent because I don't know. I mean, we're playing the Pelicans, so it might be similar. Because their interior defense is but their defense at all is not that great. So it might be a similar night, but let's see how he takes advantage of that. I think that's a wait and see kind of thing. But regardless, whether we like it or not, ladies and gentlemen, Elfrid Payton, he was a big part of tonight's win because RJ Barrett was not all there for us tonight. He still, like we say all the time, RJ Barrett still did a lot of good. There's good things, but again, if it's the Obi Toppin effect where it's like you're giving him a golden star for playing basketball on an NBA team. He wasn't great tonight. Only having 4 points? Did he get past? I'm sorry. What did RJ have? RJ had 7 points. 7 points. Excuse me. On a rough night. Still was a plus 18. 2 for 11, but he's gonna have one of those games, especially off of that stretch he was having. It's okay. He's human. It's a lot to come. But I'm trying to say this because I know we're going to have some people saying, there you go to RJ Barrett. He cooled down. Told you he was going to stay out forever. Like, people won't look for anything right now when it comes to RJ Barrett. But anyways, guys, yes, we're back on track. Hopefully you guys can hear us. Everything is looking good. I do want to give a shout out to...
Wait, I just got to read this real quick.
God. Hold on. What is it?
Bago G. Okay, clearly, as you guys know, I love a good analogy. I love a good saying. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. That's a popular one, right? He goes, he's being facetious right now. He goes, Ashley B, what's wrong with an astronaut's arm doesn't correlate with waking up in the morning, That is freaking hilarious.
Coming at the same.
See, that's
Oh
funny.
my
That's
God.
Leave
hilarious.
the Ashley sayings alone, man.
Those are
Ashley
the
not
Ashley
on.
Come on.
The Ashley isms. Oh, I like that. I like that. Ashley isms. But speaking of Ashley isms, we have we got a super chat that I want to read here coming from JM Prego saying Elf's performance tonight and Randall's continued greatness is proof that online bullying works in the Knicks Twitterverse. Now,
Condone that message.
how do we deny? I don't know how to technically deny, but at the same time, we'll see. Like we said, good for you, Alfred, but we need to see it more on a consistent rate. But yeah,
Bullying.
I mean, I don't know. This whole Elfrid Payton thing has been insane. Like, have you guys been seeing what's going on Twitter? Have you guys seen the battle of the? I don't know why people are so invested. Why are people so invested, Alex? I don't understand.
Your guess is as good as mine. I have no idea. I'll say this though: when I was at the Celtics game, and that was like probably one of the worst. Like he's had some bad games. That was probably one of the worst halves I've ever seen him play. That man looked so defeated. I felt bad being in the stands. I was like, sheesh. And the thing is, like, I was in TD Garden. I was sitting by Knicks fans, and the first thing they tell me is like, "Yo, Elfrid Payton is." And I'm just like, okay, that's quite a way to meet some Knicks fans around here. All right, so.
I don't know, man. Like it's just a battle. Like I get it, that every year the Knicks have that punching bag, and so it happens that Elfrid Payton has slotted himself nice and comfortably in that spot. But man, like the fact that it was our off day yesterday, and I'm seeing my entire Twitter timeline talking about Elfrid Payton this and Elfrid Payton do this on the 1st of January and this and that. I'm like, yo. Come on now. It ain't that serious. Let's talk about the Laker game and see what's going on with that. But the Elfrid hate is real.
He's in there seeing all of it. You know for a fact he's in there with his burner account in the trenches, in the mosh pit, okay? Right. Going back and forth with people, adding to the chaos. I know he's in there. I just haven't found his burner account yet, but I know he has one and know he's in there.
Yeah, what was it? KnicksFan96? What was it?
It was like something Knicks 4758, like something random and obvious.
Crazy like that.
It was like Knicks. I think it's like Knicks fan 6'3" or something like that nature. And like after every good game he had, is like, "Woo, Payton did well." I'm just like, "Oh my god."
My favorite one was the tweet that it was like somebody said something and he was like, "Nah, man, I can't. I be working during the games." I bet you do.
Oh, that's right. And it got deleted. He had to delete it because he put Elfrid Payton. I don't know, man. But Elfrid Payton, you survived the night, man. Even though there probably still going to be some shots at you tonight in the Collins. And speaking of the Collins, as you can see, there's no CP. There's a CK, but there is no CP. And that means the Collins this week are a bit different. I think CP let you guys know about it yesterday, but basically, you're going to be seeing the link to the Discord being dropped into the chat periodically throughout the stream. And basically, all you got to do is you got to join that Discord, and you're going to simply see over in the columns. A lot of you guys know how to Discord, so I'm not going to talk to you guys like a bunch of kids. But you're going to see over in the columns, you're going to see the call screening room. And in that, you're going to see the waiting room. Oh my goodness, which room is it? The lounge. Yeah, they all look locked, so I didn't know which one they're going into. Yeah, you're gonna go over to the lounge, and then you're gonna wait, and then you're gonna have Dave talk to you, and he's gonna take you guys one by one, and then from there on, we will talk to you guys just like normal. Just instead of going via phone call, you're gonna be joined via the Discord link that you see in the chat right there. So join the Discord, be a part of the conversation too. You're killing two birds with one stone because the conversations are popping over on the KnicksFanTV Discord, and as well there we'll have our conversations. So be sure to go in there.
I'm gonna create a Denzel Washington Discord to continue that conversation. But
Ashley, there's a thing where you have a conversation with yourself, and it's just gonna be you and there's a bunch of Denzel gifs, and I don't think anybody's gonna respond to that. I mean, maybe they might. KnicksFanTV strong. They just might want to just talk about them just so they can talk to you about it. So you might be on to something.
Speaking of KnicksFanTV, everyone from KnicksFanTV, go ahead and put hashtag KnicksFanTV. Also, all 72 hashtag in there. Put where you're from, the city, so we can shout you guys out. We gotta win. 1,200 of you guys in the chat, so definitely go ahead and drop your cities. We're not dropping 9 God today, unfortunately. Sorry, RJ. I love you, but you didn't do anything for me today. So, KnicksFanTV, hashtag all 72. Drop those cities. We'll shout you out. We got to win, guys. We beat the Lakers. That's a good time. So, let's turn up a little bit.
Yeah, and and AO Pal, shout out to him. He did say, make sure that you guys read the rules page and then click the check mark to see all the rooms. So you guys have to go through the rules first. Thank you for reminding me about that. Because if you go in there and you're like, yo, CK, there ain't no rooms, man, you lying. No, read the rules first, okay? This ain't no terms of whatever it is where you can just skim through it. Nah, read the rules first, hit that check mark, and then you can come through and join the conversation. So shout out to KnicksFanTV. I'm looking to see people saying no simping. Hashtag, yeah, I love that hashtag all 72. I see that staying strong. What are we on? What game are we on now? Is this game 50 what? Oh, Lord, someone do that math. 28 and 27, right? So
don't ask me. I cheated my way through math, so.
So 53.
Shout out to Jonathan Cabrera. Appreciate you, homie.
But yeah, so we'll be going for that. So sticking with that. So speaking of the record, we are a game over 500 now. Luckily, we have an okay schedule this week because we got the New Orleans Pelicans coming up on Wednesday, which hopefully could be a winnable game. I feel like with this team, every game is a winnable game. I'm not one of those guys that gets scared of. I don't care if it's the Jazz or if it's the Detroit Pistons. I feel like we have a chance with any game. But with that being said, knowing our schedule, we have a game on Wednesday against the Pelicans. But to know that we're coming into that game on a nice little win streak, especially with how ugly those last few weeks were, I feel like that's got to have the team feeling a lot better. But do you think I was hearing some stuff today that with this last win that we just had, it's putting us in a spot where we really can't really drop out of that play-in. Do you guys think that we should be comfortable with that, or we should still continue to steamroll through some of these teams? Because like we talking about, we got Knicks fan number 6 over there reading Twitter, and they might be checking out their stuff and seeing that, and they might play a little lazy. Do you think that it's important that the Knicks still make sure that they try and climb as close to 4 and 5 as possible, or do you think that they try and stay afloat? What you thinking, Alex?
I think they should keep fighting to get the 4 and 5 spot.
Right.
I mean, I think are you referring to the whole what's his name? Brian Windhorst thing where
yes.
The Brian Windhorst where it's like,
yeah.
Oh, the perfect Knicks outcome would be if they just make the play-in tournament and they lose the play-in tournament, so that way they could still be in the lottery and then have the potential to land in the top 5.
That's exactly what I was talking about. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Don't agree with that whatsoever. You build a winning culture by winning. So keep fighting for the top playoff spot. Get something. If you get to the 4 or 5 seed, you can make a series out of it. If you get Boston or the Hornets or even the Hawks, go for that. I mean, teams that get better are teams that can just know how to win and develop that winning culture, right?
Yeah.
We've seen the Warriors, we've seen the Spurs, we've seen so many of these great teams who don't have to tank to get to the top 5 picks and draft well, right? Look at Philadelphia. We see how many they drafted. Nerlens Noel, they drafted Jahlil Okafor, they drafted Ben Simmons, they drafted Joel Embiid. But how many times did they have to be in the top to draft somebody? And then we can go look at the Cavs too. They got Kyrie Irving, Anthony Bennett. How many times have they gotten the top? And what did it take them until they got LeBron James? So being in the top 5 of the draft doesn't really do anything if you can't develop talent. So and we're seeing that right now. Our coaching staff can develop some talent. So it shouldn't matter, especially we have people like Walt Perrin who are trying to tout around here. And we like how Worldwide West is like got the connections and so forth. Alex Klein, Zan and brothers. So if we are trying to trust this staff, then trust the staff, then finding the next Donovan Mitchell. We've drafted Mitch late and we've drafted IQ late. So we're doing something right.
Yeah.
Trust the process.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. Obviously you go for 4, you go for 5, you go for 6. Those are the sweet spots, if you will. Those are the spots you want to be in. But also you don't run from the play-in. You don't fear it. If that's where you end up falling, you go in there, you go full throttle, and you play the best basketball that you can play. So I believe in obviously trying to have a goal in mind, and that goal is going to go ahead and obviously, like I said, be those 4 through 6 spots. But I think that if you want to be a team that's a real competitive teams don't fear competition. And being in the play-in is exactly what that is. It's competition. And I hate this narrative of trying to secure certain spots so that in the long run it doesn't affect the lottery or affect all these other things. Players want to play. Players want to win. They don't give a damn about the lottery. They don't give a damn about the draft. They don't give a damn about, tanking and trying to help the franchise get certain players. They want to go out there and they want to compete. It's in their DNA. It's in their blood. It's in their nature. So that's what we're trying to build in New York. That's what the Knicks need to build, is a winning culture, a competitive culture, and competitors don't run from competition. Now, yes, obviously there's an ideal situation and a less ideal situation, but we've already seen, what depending on the lottery and things like that has looked like throughout NBA history. It's not a foolproof plan. It doesn't always work. Lots of the times it backfires on you. So to put all your eggs in that basket and something that is so just is just a wild card, if you will, you don't really know what to expect, would just be idiotic. Just go out there and play basketball this last stretch of games. Where you fall is where you fall, and then where those chips fall, you deal with the card that you're dealt. It just is what it is.
Yeah, I agree with both you guys 100%. It's crazy because I feel like I've been seeing some of those conversations where, and it might have just been the losing getting to some people, but I was getting that conversation. It was like, well, here it is. The real Knicks are showing up now, so maybe it's time for us to pack it up and do this. And then on top of all of that, Windhorst comes out and says that, and for those who listen to that, they're going to take the argument. But I completely agree with both of you guys, man. We've come this far. What we say? We've gained 53, and right now we're on a nice little streak right now. We are who we are right now. We're at that 500 mark, and we've stayed here consistently throughout the season where I feel like, this is not a bluff. We're playing the way that we're playing right now. You want to ride that wave. Like I said, we're playing with house money, man. We're playing with house money. We're growing from as the season's going on. Like we were just talking about today, players doing things that we haven't been seeing in previous games. Like we go out there and we continue to fight, continue to put yourself in a better position. And you know what I'm saying? This is experience that's going to be good for RJ Barrett. This is experience that's going to be good for Emmanuel Quickly. Experience that's going to be good for Obi Toppin. Filling the name. If I missed them, I missed them. My boy Kevin Knox. You know what it is? This is good for these guys regardless if it's a first-round exit. We win a game in the first round against the Sixers or against the Nets. Come on, man. That's what you want to see, especially for these young guys. But.
And listen, even if you win a game in the playoffs, like you were saying, even if you don't win a series, it creates habits. Exactly. It creates a culture. You keep your foot on the gas, you keep going at it, and then when you get there, you figure it out once you're in that position. But regardless, this is a team that hasn't been relevant in the postseason for a long time. So any type of experience in that atmosphere, in that arena, is beneficial to what we're trying to build. And on top of that, like when other free agents see a team that goes into the playoffs, even when they're quote unquote not ready and still competes, that's enticing to a free agent. Now it's no longer, the Knicks, they're not going to make a playoff. They're not going to be in the postseason. Now it's a Knicks team that can make it there even when they're missing so many holes when they have so many holes on their team. To a free agent that wants to be part of building something, that's enticing. You want to be part of a team like that. You want to be a part of a team that's filled with fighters, that's filled with young, hungry guys. You want to be part of that culture. So everyone needs to stop looking at it. And when I say everyone, people in the media need to stop looking at it as such like a narrow, a straight line thing. It's not just a one-dimensional conversation. There's multi-dimensions to what the Knicks are trying to build and what being in the playoffs at any capacity would look like.
I agree completely.
Sure.
There's so many ways to build a team, not just straight through the draft and like the free agency. What were you going to say, Alex?
No, it's just like, let's look at The Last Dance, right? After they got Michael Jordan, like they had bad teams until they drafted well, worked through the playoffs. And once they get that taste of the playoffs, right, they just wanted to keep fighting and get further into the playoffs. Once some of these guys get that taste, they just want to keep going back for more because the thrill is getting that first one. The hard one is, the repeats and all that type of stuff. But getting the first one, that's where the thrill is for these guys. So trust me, like if they get into the playoffs and they play really hard, that's the goal. That's the winning. That's the win right there. So enough with this tanking. It hasn't served us well.
Man.
We're at all. What is it done?
Right. Let's get past that for real.
That's conversation. Like when has tanking ever worked?
When has it worked?
100% for somebody ever. Ever.
I'm telling you. But to that note, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to go to the calls now. I think people are trying to figure out how the Discord is working. Just one more time, run it through to you guys. Like I said, go to the Discord. Link will be in the chat. You will see it going through periodically. Join that and make sure you read those rules. Hit that check mark, and then you can join the lounge, and then we will get you in the call. And you guys know what it is today. As always, and you didn't think I was going to be prepared, but this show is definitely still sponsored. Just because I'm on CP, this show is still sponsored by Manscaped. Okay, I got mine on deck. All right, y'all know what it is. Make sure you go to manscaped.com/Knicks and you make sure you get yourself one with that 20% off and free shipping. Look, man, just because it ain't CP, I'm CK. We still running the same. All right, I'm ready. Okay. But anyways, I want to get to the calls, and we got one of.
Part.
I ain't going. See, CP told me I didn't have to go crazy with. Oh, you're talking about the testimonials. You want? Yes. Look, I don't get no testimonials, and I don't want them. So for the sake of my, the lovely Ashley, and for whatever reason, my man CP, please, please keep the testimonials to yourself. Hit us with a thumbs up. Be like, it works. That's perfect. That's more than enough. That's a good. That's a good
for
rating.
those of you who forgot, you can do it in the dark if that's what you're into.
See, and I purposely did not read that. There's a light, man. I ain't gonna play with that. Anyways, we gonna get our first call of the night, and it is coming from none other than Angel from Philly. Let me move you in here, Angel. You might have to unmute yourself when I bring you over, but we got no, you don't. You're already unmuted. Angel, what's good, bro? How you feeling, man?
Yo, what's going on, CK2K? How's everybody doing?
Hi.
We're good, bro. We're good. How you feeling?
My man Alex, what's up, bro? And to the queen, mi amor, mi esposa, ¿cómo está? How you doing, Alex?
What's going on? What's going on?
Smooth.
I am I am doing great. Yeah, my mom calling me Smooth, man. I went to go see her at the surgery, and she was like, "Hey, Smooth," and I'm just like, "Ah, man, here it goes." So it definitely has grown in on me. But I wish you was there yesterday because I am officially the GOAT simp. So
I was hearing,
I would
man. I was hearing.
I would like to see some GOAT simps in the chat. I would like to see that. I gotta be honest. But first things first, man. Hit that thumbs up for your boys, man. Stop playing. Hit that thumbs up. And I actually look great. I just gotta throw that in there as well. But first thing first, man. When it comes to the game, just the defense, bro. I mean, we caused 25 turnovers. We had 9 blocks, 14 steals, and that just really set the tone for the whole game. Obviously, the Lakers don't have their superstars, but listen, we didn't have Mitch, and in the end, a win is a win. You're not going to be able to, play perfect every game, but you know what? You got to grind it out. And I really thought Julius Randle, Broadway bully, he really stepped his game up with 34 points, 10 rebounds. He was shooting 50% from the field. And his shot was on today, so that was really encouraging to see. And, I hate to admit it, but Elfrid Payton, he played really well today, and I'm still starting the GoFundMe account. Ashley Amino, we talked about this. I'm still starting that GoFundMe account. I do not want to see this dude on the team next year, but, he really did step his game up today with 20 points, 9 of 12 from the field. And, he was really aggressive. And, Derrick Rose, I thought he was efficient coming off the bench as well. And, the fact that right now we're a game over 500, we're 15-0 at home when leading after 3 quarters, that's very impressive. And I thought, when the Lakers made that little run, Julius and would just kind of close the deal. And, it's a win is a win, and I'm real happy. We got the Pelicans coming up. We got some winnable games, man. I'm excited, but, we just going to take it one game at a time. And, thanks for taking my call, guys. I really appreciate it, man.
Yeah, man. Gotta have you, man. Appreciate you, Angel. Thank you so much, man. I agree. Like he said, and like we were saying, defense was definitely one of the big keys, and I'm gonna make sure that's gonna be one of the prereqs for everybody calling in tonight. I'm gonna make everybody mention Elfrid Payton and his stat line in some capacity. Man. I'm doing it. I'm gonna do it. They gotta come in. You gotta be like, okay, cool. What did Elfrid have tonight? They have to say 20 points or something. I'm doing it. I'm telling you. You're gonna give some respect to him today.
I think, though, that Angel had a good point, and I want to look at the next couple of games that are coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously the Pelicans, that's a winnable game. I want to look at the remaining schedule, and we can obviously break down what we can expect from those games. But it is important, you got some of the tougher games out of the way so far. Obviously, it's important to see what other games are remaining in the season. So I don't know if CK or Alex, you guys can pull that up. But It's important. You know, every game counts at this point. This is the final stretch. You know, if this was a mile, this would be the last lap around the track, and every game matters, especially if you're trying to obtain any spot between that 4 and 6. So obviously Wednesday night's game matters. We caught a break playing the Lakers without LeBron and Anthony Davis because otherwise that probably would not have been a good time. So looking forward to the schedule. Let's go ahead and are you pulling it up now?
Yep. Yeah. I got it right here.
Okay, so what are some of the games?
So this week we got New Orleans on Wednesday. We got Dallas Friday. We got New Orleans again on Sunday. Charlotte following Tuesday. We got Atlanta on Wednesday. Toronto on next Saturday. Phoenix on Monday. Chicago Wednesday after that. Rockets. And then we get that slate of the West Coast trip, which is difficult. We have Memphis, Denver, Phoenix, LA, the Clippers, and the Lakers. So we got a soft part of the schedule right now with Dallas, New Orleans, Charlotte, Atlanta, Toronto, and Chicago and Houston in there. So those are the games that we should really focus on for the Knicks winning. When it gets to that West Coast trip, I don't know how you guys feel. Like I believe in my team, but I'm also a little too realistic to say I saw what the Clippers did to us, and we see how Phoenix is doing right now. That's just going to be a tough sledding for us at West Coast trip.
Phoenix is definitely going to be tough. I think the Hawks are going to be tough. They're playing great basketball right now. They're sitting at 4, I believe, in the East, so they're in a good position right now. Dallas and things like that, obviously, you know, we should be able to beat Dallas, but we've seen what that looks like. There's been times that we've played teams that we should beat up on and we don't take advantage of it. Toronto, that was way too close for comfort. We don't shoot well from the 3 when we play them for some odd reason. But there are winnable games in there down the stretch, which is important because like you said, when you get out to the West, things get a little bit shaky and they get a little bit more unpredictable. So I'm definitely, you know, optimistic about at least the games before we head out west, but you got to win because once you get out there, things are a wild card. It's the wild, wild west for a reason.
And that's the key point, that what you just said, we have to win them because, you know, we had a supposed to be nice little easy spot in our schedule earlier on where we had the Timberwolves, we had the Pistons, and, you know, the Mavericks we should have at least competed a little bit better with. And, you know, we only came out of that 1-2 in that little break, quote unquote break that we had. But yeah, we got the Pelicans coming up twice, and you know they're not full strength right now. Our future point guard is not playing right now, so hopefully we can steal that. But at the same time, you never know. Like tonight was a game where it started off looking like it was going to be a struggle the entire time. We recovered really well in the second half, but it's really hard to go into a game and look at any of these teams on the schedule and say like that's a game that we should that's a win. We don't know. This is with the way this team's been playing and fatigue and all these other factors. We don't know, but I completely agree with you guys and some of the names that you guys just said that we should be worried about. Yeah, the Suns game is going to be crazy. I'm actually going to be at that Clipper game on the 9th. So hopefully I'm not witnessing a blowout like I did last year.
Are you going to wear your Elfrid Payton jersey?
I'm not wearing my Elfrid Payton jersey. I did not own an Elfrid Payton jersey. Look, see, I knew y'all was going to – don't misconstrue.
I'm just curious because the way you be caping for him, I thought you have a closet.
Don't you misconstrue. I'm just saying give KnicksFan6 some respect for today. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, looking at the Spurs and looking at the Sun, we got some games that we need to worry about, but we also have some games that we should win along the way before we go on that trip.
Absolutely, and I just want to clarify that it's 56 games. I was wrong. I was off by 3.
Oh, our math.
So 56. That's why I didn't become a mathematician.
We need that person that Ashley was going to for her math that she was cheating. Yeah, we need that person to help us out. But I want to get to the super chats real quick. We got some super chats I want to read out. We didn't miss some for this one coming from the First Lady of Sports. She $10. Shout out to you, appreciate you. She said there are not that many point guards that will be available in free agency for at least 3 to 5 years besides Lonzo. The Knicks need to win and trade up to grab a point guard in this draft. So you're saying, because that's two different things. Lonzo, that's free agency thing. So the draft comes first. So you're saying that the Knicks should trade up to get one of the point guards in the draft. I mean, looking at it now, there are point guards in this draft. Obviously, we know about Cade Cunningham and this, that, and the third. But it's a deep draft. There's a lot of guys that are going to be later on in rounds where we're going to be closer at. I don't know if they're going to be starting caliber. I don't know if they're point guards of the future, this, that, and the third. But it's a deep draft. I don't know how I feel about trading up to get a point guard. If I'm trading up and it's not Cade Cunningham, I'm looking at getting a wing because I feel like that's what we should be looking at in the draft. But that's just my 2 cents on
I
that.
want that kid from UCLA, Tiger, and I want him bad.
I think we're good. Where we're at, we can get him. I think we
I
can.
want him bad. Give me Tiger with a Y, please.
Yeah, Tiger.
Please
Yeah,
give me Tiger with a Y.
Twiger with the Y. What are you thinking? You think we should trade up, Alex? Do you think that we should stay put? I mean, we know that we got 4 picks going to this draft. We know we got a head coach that don't play as rookies to begin with. Do you think that we come out of this draft with 4 rookies, or do you think that there's going to be some kind of madness that happens in this draft? What you thinking, Alex?
There's no way we're coming out with. I think it's 3 rookies because we traded that Charlotte Hornets pick.
We did get rid of. Yes, you're right. Sorry, 3 picks.
So we got 3. Well, technically, it's like the Detroit pick is gonna be like 31. By the way, they're coming out. So
isn't
it's
it
like
our pick?
an extended first round?
Don't we have our? Didn't we get our second round pick back?
I don't know.
We have our pick. We have Dallas, and I think we have our second round pick back.
We have.
I don't know.
I think you're actually right.
So we still do have 4, right? And then
I'll double check that. But
yeah, it doesn't matter. Either way, like you said, we're not going to come out.
I do not see us drafting all those guys. I see us packaging it, and moving up to get 1 player. Because if Tibbs is barely, and I say barely playing top end, and like we're barely getting anything out quickly, there's no way he's drafting another fleet of rookies and just looking at the bench like, nah, we're not doing this today.
Yeah. No, I agree.
He'll play Reggie Bullock 38 minutes, 40 minutes
Not 30.
before he goes to a rookie again.
Well, let's.
But I think they're gonna move up. But I do want the Knicks to make a move for Lonzo Ball. That is, and I think I think they can do it, man. So
you want to talk about jerseys,
That's
Ashley?
music to CK's ears because he is the president
I'm
of
just
the
saying.
NY fan club, the hashtag movement,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
the corporation, the enterprise, the LLC, the production house.
Right.
You might as well add him to the Big Baller brand.
Right.
Make him the 4th wall brother because
I'm waiting. The papers are in the mail. He hasn't signed my adoption papers yet, but they're in the mail. I'm waiting. Yeah, you are.
LeVar and Spike courtside at MSG
bad.
causing chaos every other night.
Shoot, I want to see LeVar in Worldwide West. I want to see what kind of conversation that would be. I think that would be hilarious too. But yeah, I'm right there with you. You already know. I'm not going to sit here and waste any more time talking about Lonzo because you guys know I want Lonzo Ball there. But yeah, that's definitely a conversation that we're going to be. I'm sure we're going to talk about more when we get closer to the draft because right now the Knicks are good. We're playing well, and let's focus on the playoff run. But I think that was a good super chat there. Next super chat, we have Paul Robinson who said, "It's still bench Peyton. Do all that on the bench." Just keeping it true. He's like, that's cool. Nice 20 points, but you should still be on the bench. I respect it. RGT85 saying Noel should be a defensive player of the in the defensive player of the year talks, but he will get snubbed. Yeah, because I don't know, that all of a sudden turned into a superstar, all-star award in the last few years because, I don't know. I just don't think he's going to be in that conversation. But I agree. In his last few games, not even like the last month of games, he's been up there in that conversation. But looking like Ben Simmons is the favorite for that right now. But yeah, so I got to remind y'all one more time. Not one more time. I'm going to remind you several times. For those who want to be in the call-in, if you guys want to be a part of the call-in, you guys know what it is. Join the Discord. The Discord link is in the chat. Make sure that you read those rules, hit that check mark, and go down and scroll down the left. Hit that lounge button, and from there we will get you in on the call. And with that being said, we have another call that we are going to talk to right now, if I can drag them over here a little bit quicker. And it is coming from Craig. Craig, what is good? Let me move you over. Hear what you have to say. Oh, no. Yeah, you're in with us. What's up, Craig? How you doing, man? How you feeling about tonight, bro?
Good. How you doing?
We're good, bro. We're good. How you feeling? What's up? Talk to us, man. How you feeling about this Knicks win? How you feeling about what we talked about? What's good, man?
My first impression was the topic when you guys were speaking on about us tanking to get place us in a good position to get a point guard of the future.
Right.
All of that tanking nonsense. This is the thing about it. The Knicks fans have been accustomed to trying to tank to get ourselves in a good position to draft somebody good. But that doesn't work out for our team. We did pretty good with R.J. Barrett. In fact, we did excellent with that. But we also did good picking up quickly and picking up what's the brother's name that injured right now? I'm running a blank right now.
Obi.
No, not Obi.
Mitchell
Robinson.
Oh, Mitchell. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We drafted him too, huh?
And we picked them up towards the mid and the end of the draft, and they working out great for our team. If we want to get a good team, a good point guard for our system, we can easily get one through free agency that's going to fit us perfectly. Right. I think it's a wash by draft, trying to tank to get us in position to pick out a point guard like Cunningham or the other kid from Gonzaga.
Oh, Suggs. Jalen Suggs.
Yeah, Suggs. They should just wash all of that out of their heads. Just don't even think about something like that because it's nonsense. We're not going to get any of those guys like that right now. We can easily get somebody in free agency, and that'll be our way of trying to get to prominence and working on trying to get a championship. Right. We should just do what we have to do to get into the playoffs, right. Continue winning like we're supposed to, right. Develop the culture of winning, and players around the league are going to want to come to us. They're already talking about wanting to get with Tom Thibodeau, that kid from the first round draft pick for Minnesota. He's talking about he wants to play for you know what I'm saying? So let's not
Anthony
do that
Edwards. Yeah,
thing.
He did say that.
Yeah.
Anthony Edwards did say
he's
that.
talking about how Tom Thibodeau's defense is the thing that
right.
Attracts him. So let's just continue doing what we're doing and let's stay the course.
I love it, Craig. Yeah, keep preaching that to the wall. I love that energy. I completely agree. I think we all on the panel agree with you, Craig, on that one. Appreciate the call, man.
Right.
Yeah, no, I have no objections to that because, I feel like we've seen how it goes. We've seen how it goes with those damn lottery balls. I don't know if we signed that. I don't know where your feelings are with the conspiracy of Patrick. I don't know if we signed some kind of, blood oath with the devil or something like that.
Frozen envelope, man.
Yeah, I don't know what you want to believe, Alex. I don't know. Was it frozen? I think it was fair. I think it was fair, basketball gods. I don't think it was a frozen envelope at all. But I think I like the route we're taking better. Like Ashley was saying, build the culture. Continue to put the players that we have right now, especially since we have a lot of younger players on this team, put them in a position to be better in the long run. And at the same time, I hate to say this, take a little bit of a note from the 2018 Brooklyn Nets and make yourself attractive by showing that we have a well put together team where other players might want to come and join us. I'm putting it to the universe. I'm not saying it could happen or it will happen, but Kawhi didn't technically say he's gonna stay, so who knows? So who knows what's to come in 2021, 2022 years to come. We just gotta make sure we make ourselves better now and then make ourselves more attractive for the future. So
and also everyone keeps talking about we're not gonna tank anymore. I mean, we didn't tank technically. We just were really bad.
Exactly. That's facts.
Essentially, we earned those lottery picks. We were just that bad. We didn't need to tank. Had we did tank, we probably would have got a higher one. We were trying to actually compete. We just did not do a very good job at it. We didn't mean to tank. We couldn't help but tank. We were just that bad.
First. Ashley said the Knicks were so bad we weren't even good at tanking right. God,
couldn't tank right. We weren't tanking right. It reminds me of the season that the Dolphins had one year where they were so bad and they couldn't even tank correctly to get the number one pick. They actually ended up winning.
Yeah.
And they fell to number 3. It's like you couldn't even tank correctly.
We did that. We didn't have
to tank. We just were naturally bad.
We did that not too long ago. It had to be 2 or 3 years ago where we just started winning at the end of the year.
That was when that was the season right before we drafted Kevin Knox.
It was right before the rule
that
change.
Season.
It was accidental tanking.
We lost KP that season, and Timmy's like,
Yeah.
"Oh wait, I'm gonna show up. I'm gonna show up now and put this team on my back." And we're all just like, "Why?
Why? Yeah.
Why
right.
now?"
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Like I said, we couldn't even tank right, but those days are behind us because we are trying to get into the postseason. Tank what? Take the tank in the garage, and we don't need that. We don't need no damn tank. But speaking of which, we got some super chats, and it's actually this first one's coming from Angel, who is right on cue with what we're saying. He said, "No more tanking. We are too good for that." Shout out to $10 from me, Angel. Appreciate you. We're too good for that. If we make the playoffs and play well, other stars will come to New York. Stick with the process. And hey, Ash, what's your favorite meal I can cook? And goat simp. See, I'm telling you, man. You see how he Euroed into that, talking about no tanking. But Ash, what can I cook you? Yeah, goat simp. And then you laid it up like, come on, man.
I actually really love homemade, like, and not like the rinky dink, like homemade, authentic, being half Sicilian spaghetti and meatballs, like the ones that simmer in the pot all day in the sauce,
Fresh made sauce,
pasta, and spaghetti and meatballs is like my favorite dish, like authentically. So
you heard it here. Hey, you heard it here, Angel. Get to practicing, bro. You gotta make the noodles. You gotta make the sauce. None of that Prego or whatever ragu.
We don't do Prego. We don't do ragu.
Go find yourself some tomatoes and get to work. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And make some leftovers for me and CK.
That's all we ask. We'll take the scraps, bro. Like, give us a little doggy bag. Like, we'll share. It's all good. We don't even need our own plates. We get it. We understand. We understand. This next one coming from Jean-Marc, who dropped $10 saying, "Good job. Make a move for Lonzo and get a wing in the draft. Draft 4 wings. Law of averages. One will be good." I mean, that's one way to look at it for sure. I just don't see. I'm with Alex on this one. I just don't see us using all of our picks in this draft. There's gonna be something crazy that happens. I don't want to stir up the pot in the chat, but there's the Mitchell Robinson conversations. There could be something there that could happen because his contract's coming up. Who knows what could happen? So many things could happen in this offseason, but I know one thing's for sure. I would be surprised if we come out of this draft with 4 rookies or 3 rookies. How many picks we have? I just don't.
No,
see
it's 4. You're correct. It's not our own. It's weird how this one works for the second round it's the trade. It's the draft pick we got from Austin Rivers. So it's from Philly, and we get that second rounder based on if either Philly has a swap right with Houston, so we get the lesser of the 2.
Got it. So it's okay. Okay.
Man, don't even say Austin Rivers in my presence. I'm
You're a little upset about that.
I'm still upset about that. Prepared after that Utah game to rename the Hudson after this man, and the way he just completely embarrassed me and flipped the scripts on me and just went missing after that game. The audacity talking about in press conferences, this is a new New York team. We're not the same Knicks. This is a new team. We know how to win here. Do you know how to win, sir? Do you know how to win? I'm upset to this day about that. How dare you, Austin? How dare you?
Shout out to Paul Robinson, who dropped us $5 saying, "We are the 2017 Clippers. We are the 2018 Nets, but better because it's the New York Knicks. No tanking. Winning attracts winners." Factuals. And yes, we are. I'm gonna leave that alone. CFA 2618 saying plus getting $5, appreciate you. Plus getting to the playoffs is a hug, motivation for next season for our young guys. Just getting the feel of playoff ball is a lasting effect, and that's what we're saying. Real quick, I just want to know because we got a good amount of y'all in the chat. I see 1,200 of you guys, almost 1,300 of you guys right now in the chat. Shout out to you guys. But how many of you guys is it your first time? I know I might not be CP. My beard ain't as right as his is, and my hairline ain't as great. But I still want to know who's new. Drop that hashtag new in the chat. I also had to shout out all the people who are, treating me like Alfred Payne. I told you I'm the Alfred Payne of the night, pointing out my flaws, even though, I feel like I'm having a good second half, but people still pointing out the fact that, CK, who was it? I think it was our homie TM saying, you have light problems and now you're having audio issues. What's going on? Blah, 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 blah. But shout out to all the new folks. I can't wait to see the hashtag new in the chat, and we'll be checking that out in just a second.
Con Edison.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and we got almost 1,300 people in this chat, but we only have 560 likes. You guys gotta hit that thumbs up button for us. I know CP's not here. We had a little bit of technical difficulties in the beginning.
Leave me alone.
We got it together at halftime, and now we're in the game strong right now. So go ahead and hit us with the thumbs up, and let's shout some people out. CK, look, CP,
See, there
CK.
it is. See, I knew it was going to happen eventually. I knew our names are too close.
CK, who do you want to shout out? Go ahead and shout out some people.
Yeah, I'm looking at the news, and I see Juan Balbuena, saying shout out to the team, #new. I see, oh boy, pseudonym. Oh, killed that. You see me, you try to hit me with the, I got your pseudonym, saying #new. The Shell, shout out to the what? Yeah. The Shell saying #OG. We got to shout the OGs too. But 007 new. We got Just the Way It Is with the #new. And I saw this one earlier before I pass it over to you guys. Where did it go? Oh, someone put Angel with the Euro simp because I was doing the Euro step. The Euro
clever.
simp. I like that one. Angel, you might want to add that one to the vest. Euro simp. I like that one. Ashley, who you seeing?
Let me take it to Alex first. Alex, who do you want to shout out? Go ahead. I'll go last.
All right, shout out to 007, BX Boy 71. Shout out to Russell Whiskey, Junior Karoma. Shout out to Hostbay. I see you in the chat. Shout out to Paul P. Shout out to Paul Robinson. Shout out to Jimmy Schneider. And shout out to Gene Mark as well. That's who I got. What about you, Ash?
What's up?
All right. First of all, shout out to my daddy in the chat as always. Hanging out, kicking it with us. Let's see. Shout out to Ari causing chaos as always holding it down. You know, it's always a good time when Ari's in the chat arguing with people. Shout out to Michael Anthony. Shout out to Daniel Mejia. Shout out to Maurice Baker. Let's shout out Junior Karoma. Shout out to all of KnicksFanTV in the chat. And shout out to everybody who's new in the chat. Welcome. Shout out to Eddie Rivera. Thank you very much. It's very sweet of you. And yeah, just shout out to all the new viewers. We always appreciate new Knicks fans, non-Knicks fans, Knicks haters, Knicks doubters, and Knicks pessimists joining the chat. It's always a good time. So we appreciate you guys.
We love them all. I got, oh my God, he's a CK, Jean Mark, who dropped us that super chat earlier. Jean Mark says, CK, you're awesome. You just cannot do mental math. We'll give you a calculator and you will rock. Add that to the list. I need a calculator. I need my electric bill to be paid, and I need my audio to be on point, guys. I'm gonna add it to the list.
We all have these bad boys. Don't need a calculator.
Oh, that's right. Cell phone. See, I don't even know what mine is. But speaking of, I can't find my cell phone, but you know what I can find? I can find my Manscaped. With the lawnmower. There it is. And you guys can get one too if you guys go over to manscaped.com/Knicks, and you can get yours for 20% off. And like we always like to mention, it got this crazy little light for whatever reason. Y'all hear that? Ooh. Yeah. You got that crazy little light for if you are brave enough to go and chop yourself up in the dark. I guess there's a light there for you. I would say let me know how that goes, or don't let me know how that goes, or what. Please be careful.
If you want a special somebody to do it for you in the dark, you can do that too.
Hey, I wish I had a soundtrack for that. We ain't got no music for that, but hey, that might be it. That's just sound like a dangerous sport to play. I don't know if I want. Nah.
It's a trust exercise. Do you trust me enough to shape you up in the dark? Stay tuned.
You know what? And
Alex is shaking his head no.
Yeah, I was like, nah. Yeah, I'm with you on that, Alex. Nah. I don't know if
good.
I'm good. Like, high five. But no, I'm good. I'm going to stay away. But yeah, you know what it is. Yes, manscaped.com/Knicks for that. We got crazy. We got $20 super chat. I want to read that one out real quick before we move on to the next topic. Shout out to Boston Nick. Yes, sir. What's good, sir? He says, this is for the beer I was going to buy my bro Alex and his fiance at the C's game. Had to cancel last minute. Fans should have faith in the front office and not worry about how and who we gonna get. Let the Pats, like the Pats of the NBA. And there you go. There's a little shout out there for Alex. I guess he owes you a beer. It's $20 though, Alex. Is that enough, or are you still gonna make him pay up on that beer, or is all forgiven? How you feeling about that, bro?
all forgiven, man. Look, COVID times. He had to work that night. Shout out to Boston Nick. Sent me the DMs. He's a stand-up guy, man. Went to go help his boy at a pizza shop. So salute to Boston Nick, man.
All right, for sure. Well, I appreciate you being nice, because for me, I'd be like, that's cool, but take the $20 back and make sure you give me a beer. No, I was playing. Nah, I'm totally playing. But moving on, I do want to talk about something else. We've been talking about the draft, and we've been talking about free agency to come and the future schedule. But we all know, we've talked about it several times.
Oh my God.
What happened? What did I do? What did I do? What'd I do?
Jeez,
Ari says, someone says Alex looks like the white CP, and now I can't get that image out of my head.
No! Oh, dang, Alex, you want to take over, bro? We gotta get, you gotta get the yo.
Wait a minute.
Hold on. We got you. We're gonna put the close up on you, bro. Look at him. Yeah, I can't unsee it now, Alex. I can't unsee it now, bro.
We are Jamaican, so you know what it is.
Oh, there it is. That's what it is. Yo, this is why it's good that you guys are on the Discord. I need a side-by-side, and please put that in the Discord. We need to see it.
Somebody put the side-by-side photo.
Oh, my God. This is way too perfect.
Oh, my God. This is ridiculous. Oh, you actually did put the side.
We need the side-by-side. That's all I can see now, Alex. Hey, man, that's good company. That's good company.
Good company. Comical. That's not what I was expecting today, but
he said,
just means we're good-looking men.
Pal said the Greek CP. Yes, sir. There you go. Like, you guys both got the Jamaican blood, but that's all I can see now. Damn. We need to get those side-by-sides, put them in the Discord, and CP gonna come back home like, what is going on right now? And y'all gonna fill him in.
Just in all fairness, Ari said he didn't say it. Someone else in the chat said it, but I saw Ari's comment. But I need that side-by-side photo.
Please.
Somebody please create that, and we'll put it on the screen, because that is hilarious.
Oh, man, cannot be
everyone in the chat's going on now.
Yeah, I'm looking at the chat. That's what I'm looking at.
Apparently, me and CP are twins now. All right, so
I'm just upset that I have not seen that before, because it's like it's dead on. I'm sorry, like you looking like twinning for sure. But I was just I even lost my whole train of thought because that's so good. I was gonna mention, because we've been talking about the whole play-in rules, so you guys know how the play-in works. We're not gonna talk about that again unless you guys need us to. But and we talked about obviously going for that 4 and 5. But another conversation that I feel like is very topical. At least I'm seeing a lot in the comments and seeing on Reddit and Twitter and stuff like that, is matchups. Like we're talking about the postseason that's going there, and we've said that we're not scared of anybody or whatnot, but I'm curious, just playing this game a little bit, is there a certain matchup, and this is for the chat as well, please let me know in the chat, is there a certain matchup that you are leaning towards the most? Like that 4 or 5 spot would probably be the Magic spot, so we'd probably play like the Hawks or like the Hornets or something like that. Or if we are in the 7th, 8th seed and we see, like the Sixers or the Nets, is there somebody that you want to see more than another, or is it just one of those situations, and I feel like this is going to be Ashley's answer, one of those situations where it's like, whoever it is on the other side, I'm ready to play, let's go get them? Because this is a conversation that I've been seeing a lot of. People are like, if we do make it, let's see if it's this guy or this ass guy. Do you guys have a dog in that race, or are you just, feeling so good about this team and feeling good about the trajectory that it's like whoever it is that we see, that's who, I just want to see us compete?
The only teams I would like to avoid, and I probably will ultimately avoid them. I don't want to face the 76ers because Embiid's back. I feel like that's a different team than the 76ers that we faced.
Right.
I definitely don't want to see Miami because they just seem to have our numbers. So please do not give me them first round. I'm 50-50 on Boston. They're very up and down too. But believe it or not, I'm not afraid of Brooklyn because we've gone toe-to-toe with them before.
Yeah. Even
with everything that we're missing and everything that they do have, we've gone toe-to-toe with them. I'm not that afraid of them. I'm not afraid of Charlotte. I'm not afraid of
Atlanta.
The Hornets. I'm not afraid of the Bulls. I'm not afraid of the only teams I really don't want to see. I don't want to see Miami, and I don't want to see the Celtics. 76ers. And Boston, I'm like half and half on.
Yeah.
I would probably have to go. I'm with Ash. I do not want to see Miami. I do not want to see the 76ers. Those are two teams I just do not want to see in the playoffs. Nets be fine. Battle in New York, whatever. I could enjoy that series.
Mm-hmm.
Milwaukee, my thing with Milwaukee is that they're tough during the regular season. It's when it comes to playoffs, they do the same thing. Like they don't change. There's no schematic change to that team, so I wouldn't be upset. But at the same time, I still think it's a tough team for us to match up against with Giannis, Chris Middleton, and just how they can shoot the three so well. Really, everyone else I'd be fine with, like Atlanta, Charlotte. I actually would not mind the Boston series. I do not trust Boston in the playoffs. I don't think they have it this season. I know, like, we've got that last game was a little with the sour taste in our mouths, but I think that's the outlier for this team, just because you got to deal with Kemba's injury, Jason Tatum, and Jaylen Brown. It seems like more ISO ball than team ball, and they just like to chuck threes. And if their threes are not hitting, they're a team that we can take down. So in Chicago, I wouldn't mind Chicago or Indiana either if we had to face them.
Yeah, I think I'm in the same camp as you. I think I had more of a team that I didn't want to play more than the team that I want to play. Because I'm not really scared of any of them. We know, like I said, like it's a win-win situation. Even if we lose in that first round, if we steal a game or two, I'm just gonna be like, that's right. We go in the right direction. We'll see you all next year, kind of situation. But the Miami Heat is one of those situations where we can go in there and we could probably get swept if we ain't careful. If we go in there and play against that Miami Heat team, so I don't know if I want to see that for 4 games. I don't know if I'm ready for that. And Philly's one where I personally kind of feel like we could put up a little bit of a fight. I know they whoop us, but I feel like maybe. But with Joel Embiid coming back and not knowing about Mitchell Robinson, that could be a little bit tough for us. But I think I'm with you guys. Not many other teams in these. I'm not going to go down the list. Not many of them I'm really too worried about. I would like to see Boston because I think that's one that we could possibly win for sure. And being that it's the Celtics, that'd be great. But I'm just 50-50 on Boston. Like I said, I don't want Miami. We just don't match up well with them. I've seen that situation unfold twice in front of my eyes, and then once it just does not work. And I just think they have our number. The 76ers, like I said, it was a close game, but that was without Embiid. Yeah. And Boston, I only say I'm 50-50 on them is because I don't know what version of Boston I'm going to get. Exactly. They're a wild card. Mm-hmm. If you get the version of Boston that we've been seeing that's very inconsistent, that dropped, that was a top 3 and is at the bottom now, then yeah, you could definitely take them. But if you get a Boston team that how they were playing in the beginning and they put the Jets on and they really narrow in and get into playoff mode, that can be a scary team. Everybody else can get the smoke. Like Brooklyn, pray we can get Brooklyn, because I swear if we even get one game on Brooklyn, could you imagine if we sweep Brooklyn? I'm just gonna speak in manifestation. I was gonna say, go ahead. Yeah, all right, okay.
I'm telling you right now, if we were to sweep Brooklyn in a playoff series, you can send me home right after that. That's all I need.
That's my championship.
I don't even care about going to the conference finals, the second round, the final. If I can sweep Boston, if I cannot even sweep them, if I can win in a series against them, throw me a parade tomorrow. I want it tomorrow. Because that would be the epitome of just success for the season. That would be my championship right there.
Yeah, I'm right. That would be great. But like you said, manifest it. So I'm with you. I ain't going to talk down the manifestation.
Happen, but it's just, I'm putting it out there just in case. In case the basketball guys can hear me, putting it out there.
Yeah,
that's all.
I will not talk down your manifestation at all. But we do have some calls. We got people figuring out the Discord, so we got some calls in line. So we're going to go through with those. First up, coming to my boy Ayo Pal in the chat. I'm going to move you over. But what's good, Pal? How you doing, man? How you feeling? Pal, you there? What is it? Andrea Bargani Super. What's good, bro?
I'm chilling, man. What up, Ash? CK, aka the Greek CP. What's really good?
Yes, sir. Get it going.
What up?
Hey, man. I mean, first of all, like about that team across the bridge, I don't even like calling them that because they're not really from there. They're from Jersey. Let's get it straight. People from Brooklyn don't really rep the Nets like that. Anyway, that's kind of short-sighted. I want to go beyond the East. I want to dominate the West. I want to get to the finals. Like if we're just building ourselves to be the team to beat the Nets, that's very short-sighted. We got to go all the way to the end. Anyway, though, speaking of that, I got a question for y'all. Since like right now it seems like we're going for it. How much are you guys willing to A, extend Randall, or B, sign Randall for? How much are you guys willing to pay for him now at this point in the juncture? And also, who else are you guys willing to keep in this team in the future, considering our cap space, considering how much money we have, and considering our youth core? I want to just get you guys' opinion on who do you guys want to keep and how much you guys want to pay these guys for and build around RJ and IQ. Thanks for taking my call.
You man, pal. I appreciate you, bro. That's a great question. Great question. Who wants to take that one first?
Alex.
Okay.
Come on, CP, take it. Bro.
Come on, CP, take it.
I'm gonna come back and perfect that voice.
Yes.
Give me a week,
please.
Let's see. So, how much should we extend Randall? I think the extension for Randall right now is that we could do, if we extended Randall and just add on, I think we'd do 4 years for 106, and I would totally do that. I would
3 years, 106. Is that what you said?
4.
4 years.
Yeah, with 4. I think it's 4. I think it's 4 years. I would extend Randall for that time, just because he's still at that sweet spot of an age. He's 26, 27. You get into 31, he still could be good in his prime. I think what we're seeing right now, he can continue that type of trajectory if you can continue to build around him and put a more complete team. So I would do that. And then with the salary cap, I mean, I think Bullock is going to come back. I wouldn't be upset if we brought back Burks. Those type of guys I think you can get for like 8 to 10, because we're going to have somewhere in the range of like 60 million in cash space, depending on how this offseason goes. I think that's the max. But then with there, I mean, it depends on who you want to keep. I don't know what they're going to do with Frank, but even still, I wouldn't. That's someone, I don't know what he's going to do. I'm not too hard pressed on Frank, because I don't think the Knicks are just
Rouge. That's where they're going to send him.
I don't know what they're going to do with Frank. He would be cheap to retain, but the person I would use most of that cap space for is to do either go against and just try to compete in the free agency market for Lonzo Ball, just because we're going to have that money to do so. If we have 60, you could put 20 towards Lonzo easily annually. 20 per year. I think he's worth 8. I think he's worth 80. I think he's in that range of like Fred VanVleet, where, he's not a complete finished product. He's very young. What he brings to this team is something that we don't have, being able to push the pace of transition, look for guys who are open as soon as he grabs the rebound. He's a long guard who can play defense very well, which is why I think if we get Lonzo Ball, I don't see Frank being here, because they're kind of like the same like body structure, like archetype, but Lonzo just plays a point guard better. I would use the money towards there. I don't know. I haven't looked fully for how else the team would be constructed, but definitely would try to keep Burks, Bullock. I like the way Noel has been playing. If he wants to come back, I like the way he's been playing. Those are the top 3 guys on the team currently, and then Lonzo would be the big catch, because I don't see anyone that could really compete with trying to go for Lonzo. I know the Bulls want him, but looking at the Bulls cap after doing that Vooch trade and trading 2 first-rounders, I don't know what they can get at this point. I think max that they could have is like 32 million in cap space, depending on how the cap jumps up next year. But they could even compete with the Knicks. I think they could offer a max like 14, because if they have like 32 million, you gotta compete with 20. You're not paying 20 and then having 12 million left over to fill out, and that's if they. Sorry, I was doing way too much math looking for this. What was it? I think Satoransky. If they cut Satoransky to get to 32, they have to cut Satoransky and who's Thad Young too to get that, and they're partially guaranteed, so they would get all the money back.
Yeah.
I would. Obviously, you're keeping Randall. Well, I'm keeping Randall. RJ.
You keeping Randall for the big money?
I would sign him for a little bit under the max. So probably the numbers that Alex, crunched sound good to me. Under the max would be fine. Yeah. So Randall, RJ, Obi. I think you're Obi's is gonna be there. For me, Burks, I want to keep Burks at all possible. I want Peyton gone. I want Frank gone. Yeah. Peyton gone, Frank gone. Honestly, unpopular opinion, just from an injury standpoint, I'm on the fence with Mitch at this point. I don't know if keeping him is beneficial and if I could get someone who plays his position who's not prone to injuries. I mean, this has been a consistent issue with him. I could probably get somebody that I'm not going to have to pay as much who can do the same things he can do. It's not that he's not talented. For me, I'm worried about an injury standpoint. What is his sustainability on this team? If you get rid of Mitch, then I'd say you can keep Frank and you can keep him for cheap if Tibbs goes ahead and wants to play him and is just sit him on the bench. But you gotta clear some space somewhere. I mean, if you dump Mitch, you can keep Frank. If you're gonna keep Mitch, you gotta dump Frank. You gotta dump Peyton. Noel, I agree. Keep him if he wants to stay for, without costing a lot, but you got to make some room. You got to trim the fat. You got to trim the inconsistencies. You got to trim the people who are up and down. Yeah. You have to go ahead and just trim the lack of just consistent day in and day out play. You can't pay for that. You got to pay for someone who's going to put up the numbers when you need them. You got to pay for someone who's going to show up every time. That's what you're paying for. So this season, I want to see all the fat trimmed.
Oh boy! All right. Well, you kind of dipped your toe in the same pool that I was going to be on with the Mitchell Robinson conversation. But before I do that, I think because of what I'm about to say about Mitchell Robinson, I think I agree with both of you guys as far as Randall. This is one that I'm still half and half on because I'm just thinking about the money down the line. But at the same time, if we get another one of these type of seasons from Julius Randle next year, it's like it's not even, we shouldn't be thinking about it anymore. Like this is the guy that we should be surrounding with talent, surrounding with players that can play to the style that we've been playing this year. So so playing for right now and in this conversation that we're having right now, I think I'm gonna co-sign with you guys. I would sign him on that deal if that's a deal that he would be willing to accept, because I like that number. That's why I asked if you meant 3 or 4 years. If we're doing that for 4 years, I don't see a problem with that at all. I think that'd be a good contract for him. As far as our own guys, I'm definitely looking to bring him back Burks. I would like Reggie, but if he doesn't come back, I'm okay with that. But like Ashley said, I'm cool trimming a lot of the fat. I was a fan of the Nerlens pickup, but if we can't get him back and we could do something else, I don't know. But if we do what I'm about to say, I would like to keep Nerlens. So here's my thing. Yeah,
get him if we can get some Gorilla Glue along the way.
Look, man,
if we can get some.
Yeah, because that's true. Because the ball be going, especially offensively. But here's my thing. So the Mitchell Robinson conversation, and I don't know if we want to have, because we have some calls online I want to go to, and I'm gonna try to keep this quick before we move on to that. I think I'm with you on this one. Actually, I think that's a conversation that I would entertain. A Mitchell Robinson swap. I think combining the conversations we've had earlier in this stream to now, the draft picks. I think that there is a move that could be made that includes Mitchell Robinson, depending on who the team is that's in that top spot, that we can go and steal like an Evan Mobley. So where it could be an upgrade where we get an offensive guy that is it's still filling that need of the big man position for us, and let another team try and see if they can unlock what the Knicks have been trying to unlock with Mitchell Robinson, while we get ourselves another younger guy that does more and can show right away that he can give you some offense along with everything else that we need. So that is a move that I would be looking to make. I'm not going to give up Mitchell Robinson just to say to give him up. That's my thing too. But I feel like with Mitchell Robinson and some picks, there's something that could be done in the draft this year.
And don't get me wrong, I think people in the chat
they're going to think, yeah.
I'm dumping on Mitch. I'm a big fan of Mitch and what he does, but what I'm looking at it is it's almost a similar conversation that we've had with Frank, rather, is we've already seen that Mitch is injury prone. Unfortunately, he had numerous injuries that has kept him out of the game for an extended period of time. So sometimes you have to kind of nip something in the bud before it becomes a serious problem. You look at the situation with Frank, And look how many seasons you lost productivity from him because you couldn't utilize him. And my thing is if you can get somebody for Mitch, now don't give him away for peanuts.
For
I
nothing,
don't
right?
think that. But if you can get somebody or you can get some picks for him, why wouldn't you? Especially when you've seen that although the talent is there, the sustainability may not be there, which is also a big part of the game. That's what I'm thinking about in terms of with him.
Yeah, and I co-sign that because in no way, shape, or form am I here trying to openly shop him because I think would be part of the solution if we do get Lonzo Ball. I think Lonzo Ball is going to unlock a whole part of his game that, there's, how many times we've seen Mitchell Robinson, and it's so sad. Like, I feel like somebody can put them all together and put sad music behind them. We've seen Mitchell Robinson in the paint doing this so many times and not getting the alley-oop in the last 2 years. So I just feel like, with Alonzo Ball and, with more ball movement, there's a potential that he would be great for us. And who knows? But at the same time, durability and availability are very important. And if we can get some package together that can give us, somebody that does similar things but also can give us more offense, like an Evan Mobley or something like that, I would entertain it. But again, that is in me no way, shape, or form saying it's time to get rid of Mitchell. I'm not saying that. But at the same time, I would say he's not unavailable. So,
and if you want to keep Randall and you want Lonzo, in what universe can you have all three?
Yep, because you're gonna have to pay Mitch at some point.
You gotta dump
pay
one.
RJ at some point too.
One. Out of the three, who are you keeping? It's not going to be Mitch. I'll tell you that. If you can get Lonzo and Randall on the court together, Mitch gotta go. And people are in the chat are saying, "Well, Steph Curry was injury prone." I know you guys aren't comparing Steph Curry to Mitchell Robinson.
Size difference.
I know you're not making that comparison in this chat right now.
Yeah, that's apple and oranges. But yeah, that's a good conversation. I'm sure we're gonna talk about this more in the future. But I do want to get to we have 2 calls that I want to get to. First one, I don't know what the real name is, but I love the name that we got on Discord, and it's RJ Barrett's Burner. So let's see if we got Rowan in the chat. RJ, how you doing, bro? How you feeling, man? You gotta unmute yourself, bro. Mr. Rowan, going once. Come on, man. I want to hear from you, man. You had a rough game. There you are. What's up, man? How you doing?
There we go. There
he is.
I'm doing good. I just wanted to say, I got to give my props to Elfrid Payton, obviously. First things first.
He knew. He listened. He was paying attention to the show. That's right. Okay. Now you got it out of the way. Now you can talk about something else.
First things first, I'm very happy that we won because one of the first things that I woke up to was one of my friends is a Lakers fan, and he sent me a GIF of LeBron smoking and said Knicks pack today.
Yes.
So
mine too.
I had to be happy enough to show him that that's not going to happen around here, and just Randall having a really good game. It's disappointing to see RJ not play that well, but I know he'll be fine.
Yeah, he's allowed to have one of these games, especially with the stretch that he's had. It's okay for him to have one of these games, especially when everyone else was doing what they had to do. So yeah, I'm with you. He's allowed to have one.
Yeah, I had to change the nickname for him just because he's been on that. He's been going crazy lately.
What'd you change it to?
Oh, does it not show on here?
Yeah, I see RJ Barrett's Burner.
Yeah. I had to change it to that.
Oh, okay. Oh, got you. So you're saying you had changed. Got you.
Yeah. But that's it. Thank you for taking my call.
Of course, man. Thanks for calling in, bro. Good stuff.
Have a good night.
You too, man. You too. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I mean, RJ had a rough night, but at the same time, like we mentioned, so a lot of the others did what they had to do tonight. I don't know if you guys saw, but I saw Reggie Bullock make a few threes in the second half. It's pretty crazy,
That's crazy.
I know.
RJ saved the day last game. Give him a break. Okay?
That's why I say he last how many games? This dude's been killing in the fourth quarter last few games. He's allowed. That's what I'm saying. He's allowed. I ain't nobody got no shade for him. But at the same time, give your respect to Elfrid Payton. Anyways, with that being said, Mad Mike, we're coming to you next. Mad Mike, how are you feeling, bro? What's up? Uh-oh. Lose you, Mad Mike?
Yeah.
What's good, bro? How you feeling?
I'm good.
What's up, man? What's your thoughts on the game tonight? How you feeling, bro?
Oh, I'm in. My bad. I got
it's me. What's up, bro?
I hear different. All right. So look. Check it out.
Yeah.
Yo, man, love to the three of y'all. Man, love to everyone else. Knicks, everybody else. Knicks Nation. Listen, I know you're gonna think I'm crazy.
Uh-oh.
But I feel like the Knicks showing out with our defense this season is gonna get Kawhi Leonard.
Oh,
It's gonna get Kawhi Leonard.
He said it.
I mean, I'm hearing talks about he
right.
wants to go to Miami and all that extra stuff, and I'm thinking like, nah. This young New York Knicks team, if he came here, he knows here. I think the whole league knows that we just missing one piece. Look at how many games we lost by like a bucket. I think a lot of people are watching. He knows he would be the difference maker. We get him, we get a point guard, it's a wrap. I think he's gonna put us in a similar situation as LA. He's gonna be like, yo, if you could get PG, I'll go. So he's gonna tell us what point guard he wants here, and we're gonna get him. He's gonna come. I'm not crazy. You heard it here first.
I'm not crazy. All right, Mike. Look, man.
Hey, word.
Yeah, you said the word. Like, I've been tiptoeing around it. I'm saying it's too early, but you just going all in, and you're saying it's going to happen. You're all in on it. You're not going to back down from
Using
it, right?
the powers of manifestation.
That's two of them tonight.
Right.
I ain't
We're
mad
going
at it.
for it. We're going for it.
I ain't mad at it, Mike, at all. Appreciate
It's a
the call.
spirit bomb, and we all gonna put a little bit in it.
We all put a little.
Make it happen.
I like
All
the reference.
right,
Okay,
all
all right. I'll put a little. All right.
That in the
Yeah, have a
manifestation,
good night.
along with me getting that series against Brooklyn and winning. Put that in the
Right.
manifestation.
Look, man, I love both of those. I would be I'd be a big fan of us taking out Brooklyn in that first round. I'd be an even bigger fan of us getting Kawhi Leonard to add to this group. But then that other conversation we just had about Julius Randle changes a little bit. But we're not
I
gonna have
thought
that
we
conversation
weren't
tonight.
saying the K word though.
I'm gonna say his name. But at the same time, I'm not gonna say that sentence of the Knicks are gonna get. I'm not ready for that. I'm not ready for that conversation. But I'll say Kawhi not, Ashley. Kawhi not. But other than,
Sources, trust me, bro. Trust me, bro.
but other than that, yeah.
Sources, me.
Yeah, right. Sources saying he adds himself. But other than that, like, yeah, no, I mean, it's a conversation that is going to be had. But Mike is over here trying to jump the gun, and he's gonna try. And he has all right to be, if it becomes serious, to say, I said it first, Mike. We with you, bro. I got the name saved here. I got you ready for if that conversation becomes real. I think it's not completely far fetched for that to happen. I'm not gonna co-sign it yet, but I don't think it's out of the cards. I think it's kind of weird that there has been no conversation on them. Maybe there is behind the scenes but on him and the Clippers on a new deal and re-signing and moving forward. I don't know. There's just anything could happen. The Clippers collapse again in the playoffs. Who knows? Kawhi is he's the one. He goes to the beat of his own drum. So I wouldn't be surprised if he did go somewhere else again next season. But anyways, I'm not gonna completely co-sign.
That'd be quite the offseason if Kawhi left. I mean, what did he do? He did that like 2+1 that it's a player option, right? So
Yeah.
he's in the second at that option.
The LeBron deal.
Okay.
He did the LeBron deal. Yeah. Yeah, I think that'd be absolutely.
Somebody tell Leon to take Kawhi's uncle to Mama Sushi on Dykeman. It's a wrap after that.
We're gonna seal the deal if we do that.
It might be.
Ari's going against your manifestation. He said we have a much better chance of getting Kawhi than sweeping the Nets.
Okay, maybe not sweeping. I changed it in my manifestation. I said if it's not a sweep, which would be a far stretch, we could win a couple of games against them. We could possibly win a series. I'm not saying it's that crazy. I don't think it's that far-fetched. I don't think Brooklyn is as big and bad as everybody thinks that they are. They just have to come across the wrong team, or the right team rather, at the wrong time. I'm telling you, don't discredit the Knicks just because they don't have the superstars that the Nets have. Not everything that glitters is gold.
No, I'm with you on that. I 100% agree with you on that. The sweep thing.
The sweep was a stretch.
Yeah,
that was me.
You was yeah. But no,
I mean,
in a series, I'll take that.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take it.
I mean, KD could get injured. Kyrie could go on, sabbatical.
Not sabbatical.
Well,
Kyrie.
Kai. But yeah, you know what? I like that one to be, because we're gonna be figuring it out, the whole Discord thing for the rest of the week. So I'm gonna let my man Mike be the final thought for this show here today. And I want to hear what you guys are thinking about that. Let us know about that. I'm sure you guys will let us know on Twitter, and you'll add us on all of that. But we have some super chats I do want to get to, but we'll get to that after the fact because we got to do a little bit of outros. I'm running the music. You see me? I ain't CP. I ain't DJ FCP, but even though we got I saw, how do you feel about this one, Alex? We saw the gyro CP. How you feeling about that one, man?
Oh my goodness gracious. The gyro.
That's what they said. The names are flying, bro. You gotta pick one, because
man. I'll wait till I can see this is not going to end just today, so I'll wait for the rest of the week.
Yeah,
I'll choose by the end of the week what name it is.
Yeah, they're getting ridiculous.
Gyro CP.
We gotta send an Alex to battle Max Kellerman and see.
Look, my money's on. Yeah, my money's on Alex CP. New CP, whatever you want to call him. My money will be with
the
you.
New CP.
Yeah, whatever we want to call it. But on that note, Alex, man, the what?
The Greek CP.
The Greek CP. That's the one. I like that one. I think that's perfect. We got
CP
the
Greek.
CP the Greek.
Hashtag CP the Greek. There we go.
Alex, come on, man. Come on, bro. Anyway,
that's a good one. That's a good one. Like I said, we'll go through the later of the week and see what else comes up.
What else is
I like that one right now.
Alex, man, say your piece, man. Where can they find you, bro?
Oh, CK, Ash, always great doing a show with you guys. Glad that we got this win against the Lakers. And Knicks Nation, just love it. Just love it. Let's keep this train rolling. But you can find me over at Hoops Habit, part of the Fansided Network. You can find some of my other written stuff at KnicksFanTV.com. You can check out the podcast, Knicks, Jets, etc. We're on all streaming platforms. And if you're into sports betting, come find me over at Tallyside. I cover the Knicks and do some NBA betting over there.
Yes, I love that. I love that. Ashley, talk to him. Miss Net Sweet, talk to him.
Listen, as usual, you guys can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Ashley Nicole Moss. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, All In With Ashley Nicole. New videos should be coming up this week, so definitely keep a lookout for that. Thumbs up, comments, subscribe, all that good stuff. And listen, we got it together. It was rough in the first half. Our shooting percentages were off. I wasn't hitting my corner threes like RJ. CK, his ball movement was off. Alex's handles were a little bit rusty. But listen, we came back at halftime, and we came out and we got the win in true New York Knicks fashion. So for the rest of the week, while CP is out, don't worry. We're going to hold it down. We got it figured out. And make sure you guys are back with us on Wednesday.
Oh, couldn't say any better myself. Shout out to Ashley over here trying. Look, we got this battle. She over here trying to take that Beyonce tip, but we'll talk about that later. But anyways, yeah, couldn't say any better myself. It was a rough start, but I appreciate all of you guys supporting us here on Knicks Fan TV. You know me, CK2K. You can find me everywhere at CK2K. But more importantly, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now. Hit that like button. And also, like I said so many times throughout this show, join the Discord. The link will be coming up now. You'll see TM and Dave. They'll throw the link up here in a little bit. Join the Discord tonight if you haven't already, because this is how we're going to be doing the calls for the rest of this week. And yeah, like I said, join, hit that rules button. Make sure you accept the rules. Read them first, then accept the rules, and then you will join that lounge, and we'll get your call for the rest of the week. So starting off the week good. I like that. 1-0 in our 3-game stretch without CP. I think that's a good start. But like I said, also big ups to Manscaped. Y'all want to see the light one more time? Let me blind you guys with the light real quick. Look at that. Why?
Do it with a friend. It could be a bonding activity.
Look, that's to each their own. But like I said, make sure you go to manscaped.com/Knicks and you can get your own for 20% off. Look, you can see CP, he has his. CK, I got mine. So obviously, look, we got them for reasons, because it works and it is a good product. So make sure you go and get yours. You know what it is. You definitely can find this anywhere where podcasts are available. There's the audio only version.
Wait, hold on.
What am I doing? What do I gotta do? What do you want me to do?
Super chats. You gotta let CP, the Greek CP, read. Hit the thumbs up button for your boy. This podcast is available.
Yeah, you want to do it? Hey, Alex, you want to do it? You think you got it?
Ari has the script for you right here in the chat.
Oh,
just go ahead.
I'm putting the screen on you. I'm so down for that. Yeah, you got it?
Where is this?
You got it, Alex?
Hold on. I'm looking for it. Where's it? Where's the...
Right under the orange hearts.
Okay.
Got it? All right, put the screen on you. Take it.
hit that thumbs up button for your boys. This podcast is available on all audio platforms, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Google Play.
I love it.
That was it. That was well done. Better than I could do myself. Yo, I'm telling you, man. The Greek CP, I love it. I like it. CP, the Greek, I like it. I like that a lot. But we're gonna read the rest of these super chats that I missed out on. We had a few of them. We had a fun show tonight. Good stuff. The Discord, we're getting it all together. I'm starting with Reginald Bakersville with $5 saying big win. Let's go Knicks. Yes, I love when we beat the Lakers. You don't understand. This is just because like my man RJ Barrett Burner was saying, I get those texts too. I got those damn Laker fan friends of mine that want to talk their trash, and I just simply send them that Mario Hezonja gif, and it's all good, especially when we win. Anyways, Charlie Carrera with $5 saying Nets fans don't tip properly. Nets fans don't tip at all. Moving on to Owen saying with $5 saying, Ashley, that is facts on the BK tip. We've gone toe to toe with them each time. They can't shoot that well against us every time. Great show, y'all. Appreciate you on that one. Ari with the super chat. He's saying, oh my gosh, I can't with Ari. He said a lot of communists in the chat. Don't know how free market economics work. Lonzo, Randall, and Mitch. You can have two, but you can't have three. Adios, Mitch. Yeah, Ari's been on that tip of trading Mitch for the longest time. So he's not going to back down on that with this one. We got Dylan Alex saying Dallas Cowboys are just like Kyle Lowry. Overrated. That was a stray.
We're not even talking football.
That was a stray.
That was unnecessary. That was a straight shot.
Disrespectful.
That's cool. Who said that?
Dylan Alex with his Spurs icon. Appreciate the $2 though, Dylan. Appreciate you.
What football team is he a fan of in San Antonio?
I don't know, but he's a fan of us because he gave us that $2. And so, look, you were welcome here. I'm sorry that I had to go to your Cowboys. That was a bit of a stray there. Didn't see that one coming. Oh, Alex, you're going to love this one. Euro De Niro with $4.99. I'm not going to give you that 1 cent. So $4.99. We appreciate it, though, my guy. He says, Alex is CP Light. How you feeling with that one?
That one's kind of dope, CP
It's
Light.
smooth, bro.
That's smooth. That is smooth. I like that.
That could be your DJ name, Alex, if you ever want to change careers.
CP White. Oh, man.
CP Light coming at you live with ones and twos.
Paul Robinson came back with another $2 saying, if Peyton starts, I don't want to see the Nets or the Heat. He has no faith in us. If Gary Payton, how dare I? I'm so sorry. The glove. I did not. I'm too far. This character went too far with me trying to stick up for Elfrid Payton. I'm sorry, Gary. I'm sorry. Dylan, huh?
What did you get? Go ahead.
I'm sorry, Gary. I'm sorry. Dylan Alex coming back with $5 more. This is Ashley's boy. He says, bro, Kawhi's already load managing in LA. Could you imagine the cap he could pull off in New York? I'll trade y'all DeRozan for RJ quickly and 2 first. Dylan, I appreciate your $7, but this conversation is over, my guy.
Let him try that load management crap in New York. See what happens to him.
Right, and also that look, DeRozan is underrated. I agree with you, but I'm not giving you RJ Barrett quickly and 2 first. I know you over here trying to joke with us on that one, but looking back, and I think that is all of the super chats that I can see.
Angel just dropped one.
Angel, you dropped a new one? Oh yeah, yes. I see it here. Angel with the $10 again, man. Appreciate you, bro. He said, if the Knicks beat the Nets in the playoffs, I'll pay. Here we go. I'll pay for a vacation wherever Ash wants to go.
Oh.
And if a star came to New York, Jay Williams said on live TV, Devin Booker wants to play for the Knicks. Angel is a pro. This is why he has the nickname Smooth. I don't know if you guys are understanding. This man sandwiched it so perfectly. He had like the perfect homemade buns because he's learned how to make this spaghetti for Ashley, and then he hit that little simp right in the middle, and then finish it off. Like, I'm just saying, this is what I'm talking about. He's smooth, man. He's smooth. Angel knows what he's doing. Little simp sandwich. I love it. I love it. But yeah, I would be cool with Devin Booker, but I don't know if that's true or not. But
yeah, okay. Good luck.
Anyways, y'all, night 1 in the books. 1-0. We'll see you guys on Wednesday after the New Orleans Pelicans versus the Knicks. Hopefully, we get some Lonzo Ball action so he can see how he likes his new digs. It's a home game, right? It's in the Garden, right? Or is it away?
think we're away.
I think it's in New Orleans.
I just wanted him to, see his new floor, see how he feels with the Nets and all that stuff. But all right, it's all right. Well, next time we see him again over the weekend. But anyways, we'll see you guys Wednesday. Much love, everybody. We out.